Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will learn how to test our class bindings in Angular. Before understanding how to test the class binding, let us understand class binding with an examples in Angular. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Before understanding class binding, I recommend you to see the previous videos for different types of techniques used for binding in Angular. Class binding. A class binding is a one-way data binding where the CSS classes can be dynamically changed. So that is how the class binding works. And we also saw this in our JavaScript where we will be using get element by ID and we will add the classes by using dot add class or remove the classes by using remove class based on our conditions. In the same way, Angular provides us a directive called as ng class. So ng class can be used to dynamically change our CSS classes in the HTML content. Let's understand with the examples. Here I have created my project demo1 by using Angular CLI, and there was a component which was created by default by Angular CLI, that is app component. So we will do some experiment to understand ng class or class binding in Angular. So let me quickly jump into HTML part. Let's write a div with h1, and in this h1 I want to write something called as something heading. This is my heading, and let me save this. So this h1 by default it is a black color. So what I want to do is I want to change this color when I click a button. Let me write an event click. In this click event I want to call or change the color, change heading color. This is my method, and change color. So let me copy this change heading color method and let me define this in our component.ts as a function. Now, whenever the user clicks on this particular button, the color has to be changed. So for changing that color, let me add two classes. Dot font red. This is one color red, and let me use something called as font blue and color as blue. So these are my two colors which are defined in my app component.css, and whenever the user clicks, it will trigger this change heading color. Instead of defining directly in my h1 tag, I'll use some ID, heading ID, and we'll see how to change this color dynamically using JavaScript. Change color to red. I used something like this, save this, and I have an ID. When the user clicks on change heading color, this method will be triggered. Let me create one element equal to document dot get element by ID of what is my ID, that is heading ID. Let me copy that, paste here, and if element exists, then what I want to do, I want to add a class. Let me use set attribute of a class. Class is the name of the attribute, and what is my class I want to use? I want to use font red. Let me copy this and pass here. So what I'm doing, I'm adding a class, setting an attribute called as class with font red. Let me save this. Ng serve. Let me hit enter. So what we are doing, I am creating one heading tag with an ID, and I am triggering one method called as change heading color. This color will be changed to red, and there is a method called as change heading color. This color will be changed dynamically by using a plain JavaScript. This is the way where we are using a plain JavaScript to add some classes dynamically. Yeah, now it was compiled successfully. Let me go to the browser, localhost 4200. So see here we have got some heading, and let me click on this. See here, it has changed into red color. So here what we understand is it's a bit complex to handle everything with the document.get element by ID and creating such IDs and adding it dynamically. It is very complex way of implementation. This can be done very easily in Angular by using a class binding. For example, let me remove this and let me remove the ID. Okay, and I want to add a class ng class equal to, let me create one property heading color, and in this color I'm using a class name called as font hyphen red, which is already defined in our SCSS file. And now let me remove this. I don't want to use this. Let me create a constructor. Inside the constructor I'm using a set timeout, and in this set timeout what I want to do is after 5 seconds and I want to change that heading color to blue. This dot heading color equal to font hyphen blue. Now we are ready to use this variable. As we know that we have a component decorator, that means we can communicate our variables or the properties which are defined in my controller with the HTML view. So let me copy this, and here let me use heading color. So save this and save this. So it has been compiled successfully. Go to the browser. Now by default it is in the red color. After 5 seconds it will change into blue color. You can see this. But achieving this in JavaScript, it's a bit complex, but Angular made our life very easy by using ng class. This is one way where we can use ng class. For example, I have age equal to 18. So I have declared an age property with 18. Now what I want to do is I want to create like h1, same h1, and age is in red color if age is greater than 18, else show blue color. So what I want to do on this is whenever my age is greater than 18, I want to show a red color. Otherwise, that means if it is less than or equal to 18, I want to show with blue color. So let me use ng class. This time I'm using this ng class as a ternary operator. So what is my property? Age. If age is greater than 18, then what is my class? I can write the class name inside a single quote, font hyphen red. Else it is font hyphen blue. And let me save this. By default, the age is 18. That means it is not greater than 18. So it will show the blue color. Now what I want to do is after 5 seconds, I want to change this dot age to 25 years. So let me save this. After 5 seconds, what happened? It will be changing into red color because age is greater than 18. Let me save this again and go back. See here, by default, it is showing blue color. After 5 seconds, it has been changed into red color because our value has been changed into 25 after 5 seconds. So this is also one way to use our ng class on conditional operations. Let's understand what is the problem here. For example, if we have only one condition, that means only if condition, but we don't have any else condition, then what should be done? We have to use an empty string here. Instead of that, Angular has provided an ng class with a property of an object. So how you can do is h1 property as ng class. Let me write ng class, and let me write an object. So what I want to do is the key of the object should be the class name, font hyphen red, and the value should be the condition. For example, if age is greater than 18, then only print this as a red color. So now my age is not greater than 18, so it will not print this font red, but after 5 seconds it became 25. So now it will be printing this as a red color. So in this case, we have only one condition. If the condition is true, apply the class. If the condition is false, please ignore the ng class. Let me save this, go back. See here, it's a default class because the property condition is not accepted, but now it has changed it to red color. Why? Because the age is 25 after 5 seconds. Now the condition satisfied and it is showing the font red. This is one way of using ng class. There is one more way to use ng class, that is array of classes based on some conditions. For example, I have ng class and I want to write an array format where my age, if it is greater than 18, show font red, else show font blue. This is one condition, comma, you can pass some other. Age is greater than 18, then let me write two more classes. Dot font large. So let me use font size as 24 pixel, and let me create one more font small, font hyphen size as 14 pixel. Save this and let me use these classes now. Whenever my age is greater than 18, I want to use font large. Else I want to use font small. So I am applying two classes based on some conditions. So this is a way where you can use ng class in an array format. Let me save this. Let me write something here. Heading as array ng class. Save. Go back. See here, my age is under 18, so it is blue color as well as small. But whenever the age becomes 25, heading is in red color and the font size also increased. So two classes are getting applied. So this is one way of using ng class, that is by using an array format. We may have a lot of questions like, if I have a class and if I have an ng class, which will be the priority? Let me show that. Let me create one more heading tag h1, and I'm writing ng class equal to, if age is greater than 18, font large, and else I'm using empty. Here I'm writing ng class based on class. So I'm writing one more property called as class. It's a normal CSS class. Let me write font small. If you see here, whenever my age is greater than 18, it should print this one, else this one. But by default, I gave a class called as font small. Whether it works, and that font small is having a font size. So which font size will be triggered whenever we are using ng class and class? Go back. If you see here, it is always going to normal class. After 5 seconds also, my age has been increased, but this is not working. That means whenever you have ng class and class with the same properties, always class will be the priority. So now in this case, I have font small. So even my age is under 19 or greater than 19, it is always focusing on font small. Go inspect console and focus on this element. If you see here, font small and font large, but which is applying? Only my font small is applying. Why? Because class will be taking the priority compared to ng class. And you can see here font size is 14. It is overriding our ng class font size. So what we understood from this, whenever there is an ng class and the class which have the same properties, that means here the font small, font large both have the same property, that is font size. So it will always focus the CSS class, not the ng class. So who will be the priority? CSS class will be the priority. This makes our work very simple. No need to get the element, no need to add the class, no need to remove the class. Whenever you want to add the class, define the class variable, or based on the conditions, use the classes. And one more thing we need to know is ng class is also used in another way called as ng class with a property. That means without ng class, you can use only class dot, let me use font red and write the condition. If age is greater than 18, this is a class type of binding without ng class. So let me save this. So first time age is 18, so it is not greater, so it will be in black color. After 5 seconds, the age will be 25, so it applies the font red and it will show this in the red color. Let me save this. Go back. Now it is in black color, and after some time, it has been applied with red color. So what we can do, if you want to apply only a class based on the condition and you don't want to use ng class, then you can use only a property binding with the class and a property name or a class name directly. So this is how ng class and class properties of an element in Angular will work. We have created all this div part, right? So all the different types of ng classes, and now we will be testing each and every field with different ng classes. Let me go to the TS file. We have heading color and age. Based on this, the classes, whatever we are using inside our HTML has been changing its classes. So let's test each and every element. Let me use ID equal to head color, head color. So I have used an ID called as head color and go to my spec.ts. Let me create two variables. Let fixture, which is of type component fixture, which is given by Angular, and it will accept one template called as app component semicolon. Let component instance colon, it's of a type app component. Now let me create the original instances. Fixture equal to test bed dot create component of what is the component I want to create, app component. Let me pass app component. Now my fixture has been created. Let me create component instance equal to fixture dot component instance. So I have created my component instance also. If you want to know about how to configure and what is before each, what are the different types of methods we are using inside our testing file, please watch my previous video for better understanding. You will get to know about fixture, what is component instance, and what is it, what is before, what is described. Everything you can understand easily by watching my previous videos. Let me create one it. It indicates one use case. Let me test this one like property binding. It's a ng class with property binding. So let me use ng class with property binding, and it will take a callback, which is an arrow operator. And here in this, what I can do is I can change the color, like font heading color. Heading color is font red by default. So let me check default check. So here fixture dot detect changes. Let me detect the changes, and once the fixture is stable, when stable, it's a promise, then callback. And here in this callback I can use like this. In this callback we will get the element by using its ID. So const element, which is of type HTML head element, equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot selector. I want to give query selector, which is an ID. So prefixed with hash, ID prefixed with hash. And now I got the element. In this element, I want to expect element dot get attribute of what I want to get. I want to get an attribute called as class. In this class, it should contain, what is the class? It is equivalent to font red. Copy this and paste here. Semicolon, save. Let me run this. Ng test. Hit enter. So now you can see here one successful, but we got some error. What is that error? Let's understand it. Executed one successfully, but get attribute of null. Why? Because there is a promise rejection. Why it's happening? Just because one reason. We are using set timeout in our component, and after this 5 seconds, it is trying to execute it again. By that time, it is not able to find any specs. So for this case, we have to tell Angular that I have executed my test cases. So there is one first callback property called as done, and you can use this done object. We can use this done method telling that Angular, I have completed my execution of the test case. Let me save this. It has been disconnected. Let me go back, reload, connected, running, failed. So why it has been failed again? Let me save it. So the ID, whatever we are passing, it is head color. We are passing heading color. So let me save this. Now it was successfully qualified. So why we are using this done? Done is something where we are saying our execution process has been completed for this test case. So let me copy the same test case, and here we will be changing the value of that heading color. So I want to change the heading color to font blue. So change heading color property check. Okay. So here I want to change that by using component instance dot heading color equal to, I want to pass it as font blue. Once this is updated, we will get the element and we will check whether it is font blue or not. Let me save this. Now you can see two test cases has been qualified. So now one more element. We'll go to ng class with ternary operator. So let me give one id equal to ternary. So save this and go to your spec file. Let me create one more it with a description of ternary class binding check, and it has a callback function. In this callback function, let me use that id. So let me check the default way. Default value should be font blue. It should be blue because my age is 18 and I have a condition age greater than 18 is red, but it is not greater than, it is equal to. So that's why it will be printing font blue. So let me check that fixture dot detect changes, and here I'll use fixture dot when stable of dot then property, then is an promise, and you can have a callback function. In the callback function, let me get the element that is also an heading element input head HTML input element equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my ID. Go to the HTML and get the ID, that is ternary. So hash ternary ID semicolon. Now we got the element. Let me expect that element dot get attribute of, what is my attribute? It's a class attribute, and dot to contain, what it should contain? It should contain a font blue, because my the age whatever we are passing is less than or equal to 18, so it will be always font blue. And let me pass the done operation because I want to tell my Angular testing that I was done with my unit testing of this particular block, so that it will not execute further. Let me save this. All the three test cases has been qualified. Let me copy this and let me change that value. So before detect changes, I want to use component instance dot age equal to, I'll give 25. So whenever my age is 25, and detect changes will change your values in your HTML. Now I am getting the values from the ternary operator, and here I am expecting it should be red. So here check default values, check age change value should be font red. Save this, and now you can expect font red. It is trying to execute all the test cases. Now we can see here 4 has been successfully qualified. Let me create one more test case for another element. So this is an object type of check. So let me give id is equal to object test. So save this and let me copy this id and let me create one description. So check object level class binding by default params. So here also we'll check in the same way. It has a callback. Inside this callback, fixture dot detect changes, fixture dot when stable. When my rendering is stable, then it's a promise, and it has a callback function. Inside the callback function, let me write const element HTML input element equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of, what is my selector? My selector will be object test. If you go here, copy this id and pass this as a prefix with hash, and now my element is captured. Let me expect element dot get attribute of class. What it should contain? Dot contains to contain of, what it should contain? My age property is 18, and if you go here, age property is greater than 18 means it should have font red, otherwise it should not have anything. So we can expect an empty, or should not dot contain, it should not contain font red. We can say font hyphen red. Save this. So here if you see, it is qualified 5 successful, and we can use a done property. So let me copy the same by changing the age. So check object level class binding by changing age property. I want to change that age property and I want to check it. So component instance dot age, let it be 25. So 25, age is 25. Now age is greater than 18. So it has to contain this class. Go to spec.ts and apply that class, save this. And it should contain, save this. So spelling is wrong, class, save this. And here also class, save this. Yeah. So now it has been successfully completed. Let me create one more it for checking one more element. What is my element? It is related to array. So array type of check. So what I want to do, whenever the age is less than 18, it should be font blue as well as font small. So let me check this array format. So check array type of class binding by default values, and it has a callback. Inside the callback, let me use fixture dot detect changes, fixture dot when stable. Whenever it is stable, I will get a promise. Inside the promise, let me use a callback, and inside the callback, let me get an element which is of heading element again. So HTML head element equal to fixture dot debug elements dot native element dot query selector of what is my ID. Let me create that ID for this h1. ID is equal to array format. This is my ID. Let me copy this ID, go here, prefix with hash, and I am able to get the element. What is my expectation? Expect element dot get attribute of class. What it should contain? Dot to contain of, it should contain two classes now, because age is 18, that means it is less than 18 or equal to 18. So it is not greater than. So it has to print font blue, and also I'm expecting one more parameter like element dot get attribute of class, which should contain of font small. So it should have age is equal to 18, so it should have font small. Let me post here semicolon HTML save, spec file saved, and let me pass the parameter done. I'll say my execution is done. Save this. Here you can see all the specs has been successfully compiled. Now let me create one more check, that is by changing age value. So what is my age value? Component instance dot age should be 25, for example. So that 25 means it is greater than 18. It should display font red. Copy this and check this font red, and it should display one more class called as font large. Copy this and paste here. Save this. Yeah. So it has been successfully executed all the 8 test cases. Now let me test one more use case. So here, if you go here, class font red, if age is greater than 18, it should contain font red. This is a class without ng class by using just a property binding. Let me use property binding. Copy this, and I can write one it case, it with the default values. So class binding with property type of binding with default values. So let me have a callback. Inside the callback, fixture dot detect changes dot semicolon, fixture dot when stable, have a promise, callback. Inside the callback, let me use const element. What is the element? HTML head element equal to fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of what is my ID. If you go here, my ID is property binding. Copy this and paste here, prefixed with hash. my element is ready. What is my expectation? Expect of element dot get attribute of class, which should not contain what it should not contain. It should not contain this font red. So let me copy this font red and paste here, semicolon. Let me save this HTML and spec. You can see here all the 9 test cases has been successfully executed. So now let me create one more property binding with value change of age, with change of age value. So for example, if my age component instance dot age is 25, that means age is greater than 18. So what it should contain? It should contain our font red. Let me save this. Now all the test cases has been successfully executed. Again giving an error because we didn't handle the done state. So let me use done and let me use done state. Save this, and here also we can use done, and here also we can use done state. Save this. So you can see now the 10 test cases has been successfully completed. So this is how we will be testing our class bindings in Angular. Hope you guys understood my explanation. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you. Signing off.